Hi, Logan. So I got your question about checkpoint six, number three. So here's the picture. Okay, so we're trying to find the equation of the circle. So they did give us this point and that the center is 0, 0. So first thing we want to do is find out the length of the radius because that is what we need to know this part of the equation. And so if we drew a line right here, that wouldn't really help us find the length. Let's see. This is a diagonal, so we would have to create a right triangle, which we could, and do a squared plus b squared equals c squared to find the length of that hypotenuse or that radius. So you could do that. The other option is that you know every radius of a circle is the same length. So I could look at a different radius that's a little bit more helpful, like from 0, 0 over here to 0, 5. 5, 0, sorry, 5, 0. So you can see that the length of the radius is 5. So that means that this length is also 5. And so in the equation of the circle, this part over here would be that radius length squared. So 5 squared, um, which is 25. You had the square root of 5, so maybe you were like on the right track. But it should be the 5 squared, which is 25. Then these parts in here, this is where you account for the center of the circle. And so because our center is at 0, 0, that makes this equation really easy. You don't have to add or subtract anything from the x or the y. It's just x squared plus y squared. If the center was, say, over here, then you could have something like x minus 2 in parentheses squared, or y plus 3 in parentheses squared, or something like that, to account for the center being somewhere else. But in this case, the center is right at 0, 0, so we don't have to do anything else to the x squared and y squared. So hopefully that helps a little bit. Um, if you get a problem where um, it's not on the center, you can also, like I said, make that right triangle like this, and then you can find out the length of the radius by doing a squared plus b squared equals c squared, the Pythagorean theorem. So let me know if you have any other questions besides that.